I'm not going to lie, guys. If that game was a loss, this would have been one of the all-time Obersports rants in the car you have ever seen, because I was livid watching this football game. But hey, the Packers won, and they are 3-1. And that is all that matters, regardless of the fact that they almost lost in overtime at home to a 1-2 team with their third-string quarterback. The Packers won. They won. So we don't have to talk about that. We don't have to talk about that. We don't have to talk about a loss today. Oh, exciting. Exciting stuff. Cannot deny that. Cannot deny the game was extremely exciting. Extremely infuriating as a Packers fan, but also extremely exciting. And, looking back on it with the 5 minutes of reflection that I've had, that game was a pretty big case of the Packers doing something we see the Packers do on occasion, and that's shooting themselves in the foot. In fact, I wouldn't say just on occasion. I'd say in most of the losses I've seen in the last 10 years of my life as a Packers fan. The pick six before the half, that was a wildly stupid throw by Rodgers. Did not even think before he threw it. Not really accustomed to him throwing balls like that. Then you have the touchdown. I guess this really wasn't the Packers shooting themselves in the foot, but it was the touchdown by the Patriots to go up. Was it up 24-17? Was it that? Or maybe it was to go up 17-4. Yeah, I think it was to go up 17-14. Yeah. But the play clock hit 0, and then you sit there and you go 1-1,000, 2-1,000, 3-1,000, and they still don't throw the flag, and then they snap the ball, and the entire defense is confused and off balance, as you would expect when there's a 3-second buffer between snapping the ball and the play clock going to 0, and they got an easy touchdown out of it. So that was also some bullshit. So that right there, that's literally 14 points. One of them was a free 7 given to them by Rodgers, and the other one was a huge mistake by the refs. They still could have, of course, scored 3 points in the drive, but it would have been like 2nd and 20. So, with a third-string quarterback, you don't expect them to convert that with a third-string QB against the Packers defense, which is one of the best third-down defenses in football. And aside from 1 or 2 drives, the defense, there in that one drive where the Patriots went up 24-17, the run defense was getting gashed. But outside of that drive, really, the Packers defense did really good today, honestly. They kept us in the game a lot. There was a lot of times where they put in difficult situations and they came through. The most important, of course, being them getting the ball literally right at midfield at halftime, or not at halftime, at the beginning of overtime after the Packers went 3 and out and the defense allowed 5 yards and forced a punt. That was a huge stand by the defense, and they definitely made their fair share of stands. Rashawn Gary was dominant per usual. They did get a lot of pressure on the quarterback for the most part. There's a few plays where their third stringer, Bailey Zapp is his name. Apparently he was very good in the FBS. I don't really know. Never heard his name before in my life, but he did not look that bad. There are plays where he looked as you expected for a third-string quarterback, but outside of that, there were some times where he sat in there and he made a decent throw and he kept the drive alive. Honestly, he deserves a lot of credit for the way he played today, and he almost did it. He almost pulled off a win against the Green Bay Packers in Lambeau Field in his first NFL action ever. And that's pretty impressive, honestly. So I got to give that to him. But as a Packers fan, if he would have pulled that off, this video would be a lot less tame. I could say that for sure. But yeah, going to London next week, guys. Going to London against the Giants, who are also 3-1. So that might actually turn out to be a pretty fun game, if I'm being honest. The Giants, their opponents haven't been world beaters, of course, but they're 3-1. We're 3-1. We're going across the ocean, across the pond, as they might say, to the UK to play some football for the first time in Green Bay Packers history. And that's pretty cool, honestly. Waking up on Sunday morning at 8:30 a.m. and there's a football game on, that's going to be great, honestly. It's going to be kind of fun. Of course, if the Packers lose, then the day is literally ruined, but hopefully we don't lose. Hopefully. But yeah, should be a fun one over there in London. But as for the game today, also forgot to mention the Dobbs drop touchdown with about 2 minutes to go. That play had me so angry. Oh my God, you should have seen me. I was like jumping up and down and like going, touchdown, yes, touchdown. And up until that point, I was just really, really frustrated with the offense and Rodgers in particular. And then he throws a beautiful pass to Dobbs, and get both hands on the football, man, and pull it into your chest, and don't go down with one hand and then fall on the ground because, there's going to be a 50-50 chance that ball moves. So hopefully he learns from that. I loved how Rodgers went back to him after that because I've grown so used to Rodgers just freezing guys out after, a bad play, a stupid drop, a fumble, I'm glad that he went back to him, and that's the kind of stuff we need to see from Rodgers. It really is. Because, it can be really frustrating at times when, the first quarter or something, and he throws a ball to a younger player and they drop it, or they catch it and they fumble or something, and then he just doesn't look at their way the rest of the game. I'm really glad that maybe Rodgers is having some character development in that department, because it certainly paid off on that last drive to set up the Crosby touchdown. Basically just quick throwed them and ran the ball with Dillon to them right down their throat. So, really, pretty methodical and masterful final drive by the offense. And that's the good thing about having a guy like Dillon. It's late in the game and things are going, everyone's kind of tired. Everyone's kind of beat up. Maybe Dillon has only seen like 5 or 6 touches on the day, and he's fresh, and you give the ball to him and he's just a battering ram, dude. I mean, I get that running backs are, maybe not as valuable as they once were, but having this guy in that situation, it's very valuable. It is a weapon to have, because usually you'll start off the game with a guy who's explosive in Jones, and then you'll finish off the game with a guy like Dillon who just literally pounds you to death, and it's awesome. It's awesome. It is, it's just like tough, hard-nosed football, and I love it. And the Packers come away with the victory and then Crosby, of course, hits the field goal to make it a 27-24 victory, and the Packers survive, and they're 3-1. And really, looking at the big picture, there was 3 plays in particular, like I said, the interception, the bad no call on the delay of game, and the Dobbs drop. That's a 21-point swing right there. We could be talking about the Packers winning this game by 3 scores. Instead, they come away with a victory, and that's all you can ask for, because they're 3-1, and they're going across the pond next week, and they have a very favorable schedule coming up. So, anyways, guys, that's all I got to say in this video. Definitely not the most complete Packers victory or the most encouraging Packers victory, but a victory nonetheless, and that's all that matters. So, anyways, guys, leave a comment in the comment section below. How are you guys feeling about the Packers after 4 weeks and the 3-1 record? Leave your comment in the comment section down below. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Go Pack, go.